Okay, here's an update on the 61 Impala here at Garage 1. This car was going to go out to a different shop to finish it up because we had some other things and customer was in a hurry, but it turns out the other shop was full up, and so we're in it for the long haul now. So this is a winter project here, and we've got it mocked up on this frame, although this is not the rolling chassis that this car is going on. This frame here took a high-end hit. It's bent. We're just kind of using it as a workbench. But you can see we got a nice straight Arizona car we're working with. The top doesn't have a bunch of basketball dents and knee dents in it. Everything's real straight. There's no filler up there. We got a few low spots that we got to bring up. Got to work on the door lines, the fender lines. And a lot of that will be done once we get it on the rolling chassis. Right now we're waiting to get the motor back, put that in the rolling chassis. It still hasn't come back from the machine shop yet. So in the meantime, I figure I'd just give you a quick update on what's going on with this one. We've been playing musical parts a little bit. One of the people that's involved with supplying parts for this got a couple of California cars. I think this is about the third hood I've stripped and finished. And we've got in process of shipment some California parts that are coming to replace that trunk and this hood. This hood has a little bit of oil canning in it, and rather than deal with that, we found one that was just about perfect. And so we're going to have the best parts in this car. And we got the wheels sandblasted, we got the welds ground down, and got it down off the tilter since the last time people have looked at it. A lot of the car has been just gone through with the 320 grit wet sanding process. And while I'm talking about the wet sanding process, we had a part over here, a customer brought into Garage 1, and we were just working on wet sanding and getting the pits out of this part. Anyway, I wanted people to see, you know, how involved this is, where all these hours come from when you get into these restorations. This part had a lot of pits in it, so we hit it with 4 coats of filler primer. We've been wet sanding it, and you can see a lot of the pits came out, but when you get close up, you can see that some of them didn't. It's going to need a couple more coats of this filler primer to get those pits out there. And so, you know, the process for that is to kind of hit it with, fog it with that black guide coat and, you know, sand it until you get a nice gray smooth finish. I find that this sandable 2-part primer works better on pits than the plastic body filler. The body putty tends to flake out of those pits sometime. That's just me. If anybody's got some suggestions on something that works better, I'd be glad to hear it. But for now, I like to use this stuff. If I can, when you're shooting a lot of it like this and using it as a filler, you know, I like the vehicle or part to sit for a minimum of a month or 2 in a 70-degree shop, which is what we've got going on here. And we won't have to put it on that thick when we hit it the second time to get those little bits that are left out of it. So anyway, that's an update on the Impala. For any of the 10 people that watched the last video, might be hanging curiously about what's going on there. So that's the project, and you know, we're thankful to have it. Thanks for watching.